What's up guys, this is Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by Vapor, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to set up and use your Box ETC and your Panda V12 from Modvapa. Alright, so here's the box that the Box ETC from Modvapa comes in. Here it is. Inside the box you will find a little user manual showing you some specs and how to use the device itself. We'll be kind of going over this today. So here is the Box ETC. This is clearly the black version. It also comes in silver, gray, and blue. This is a venting hole here at the bottom. We have our OLED display that will come up here, our power up and our power down button, and our firing button. So once you get your Box ETC, the first thing you want to do is pop a battery in the bottom. A flathead makes this pretty easy without using your nail or a coin. You're just going to unspin that. And after you take off this plate, notice on the bottom of it there's a little negative sign. That means this is the side that's going to touch the negative end of the battery, which means positive needs to go down or in first. So we're going to take the positive end of the battery, which is this side, and put it in. And then this flat side is the negative. We're going to pop that on just like this and go ahead and screw that into place. And once you've tightened down the negative end cap of the battery, your device will be on, and this is the screen you'll see. So the fire 3 times will turn it on. So if we hit fire 3 times, it will turn the device on. If we hold up and down right here, it will set. And set means it will take you to set what type of mode you're going to be running this in. So if we hold power up, power down, it will take us to the screen to set the mode. And here we can select between, right now it's temp, TI in Celsius, which is for a titanium coil and temperature control, and if we hit down or up, it'll take us to the next one, which is temp TI in Fahrenheit. We hit down again, temp NI for nickel in Celsius, down again, temp NI in Fahrenheit. If we hit down again, it will take us to watt mode, or this is your normal power mode. Once you've selected the mode you want, you're going to go ahead and tap the firing button, takes you back to this screen, and then you're going to hit 3 times in order to turn on the device. And we'll get a little Modvapa screen, and now we're going to start the device up in normal wattage mode. When you do get to this screen, just a little layout here on the far left, we have our battery indicator. Above that, this is the the voltage left on our 18650 battery. So you will notice after you hit this, you'll see the battery sag. You'll see that number drop a few hundredths of a volt and then slowly kind of climb right back up. But this is not showing you the voltage of whatever wattage you have it set to, coupling that with the resistance. This is independent of your settings. This is only telling you what's left on your battery. So once you're in your desired mode, you can just hit power up to change the wattage or temperature, or power down to change the wattage or temperature. There's no locking this device, there's no setting the resistance. When you go into temp NI or temp TI, that's when the resistance is set. So make sure you go into those modes when your coil is at room temperature if you're planning on using the Box ETC in its temperature control function. And after 15 seconds, the screen will automatically shut off, and after 30 minutes, the device will power down, so you have to turn it back on if it's been sitting idle for 30 minutes or more. Now moving on to the Panda V12. Let's check this guy out. So here she is. This is the Panda V12. Inside the box, we're going to get replacement glass. And then under that, and I'm not sure what all of this actually comes with the device. It kind of seems like Modvapa just threw an assortment of coils in here for me. So I can't be certain on what comes with the Panda V12, but I'll tell you what I got. I'm sure you'll get a bag of replacement O-rings like I have here. This is an RBA that comes with the Panda V12 and the extra adapter base for the RBA. You have to use this with the RBA. You can't just pop it in like a regular coil. And then they also gave me a 0.5 ohm Clapton coil, a 1 ohm Clapton coil, which I've never seen before, a 1.2 ohm V12, and that's this particular model. These coils are backwards compatible with the Sub 2 MK1 and the Sub 2 MK2, but it seems the V12 also has its own style of atomizer, which might just mean it was wrapped differently or it's using different wire type. I'm not quite sure. I've been using the 0.6 ohm V12 coil, which has certainly been my favorite. I've been running this coil around 50 to 60 watts, and it's been a great vape. And then we have our little user manual. So here is the Panda V12. Let's go ahead and just start with the drip tip. This is just like the TF-V4 style where we have those dual barrel design. So as the air comes in through this outer hole on both sides, it will go around the center barrel. So this outer airflow is not mixing directly with the warm vapor coming up the center, but rather it's kind of mixing in your mouth, I suppose. Under the drip tip we have this grooved ring, and if we unspin that, the top will come off, and this is where you fill the Panda V12. And this is nearly identical to the way the Crown's top fill works. With one exception, with this one, when you are filling the tank, you're going to want to make sure it's turned clockwise. You'll notice that the whole tank can spin clockwise and counterclockwise about 45 degrees. When you see those little red windows just like that, that means those are closed off, so juice cannot make its way into the atomizer while this is open. You want to make sure you can see those red circles when you're filling this tank, and then what you do is when you're done filling it, you turn it back, and that opens up those holes so now juice can enter the atomizer. And this tank holds 4 milliliters of e-liquid. The bottom 510 pin is not adjustable. And when you are changing the atomizer on this tank, what you're going to do is unspin the bottom ring and kind of adopting a sort of Inokin style, only rather than the atomizer having the 510 threads on it themselves, you don't have to actually screw the atomizer into the base. It remains in the tank, and so all you do is unscrew that atomizer to take it out. So Modvapa, it seems they've kind of abandoned that whole hood style atomizer where you save the little hood and this is your replacement and you keep putting it into the hood and installing it in the base. Now this is all you need, and it just pops right into the tank itself and screws down. So when you do go to use the Panda V12, you're going to prime this coil by just putting some juice all around this cotton, just getting it semi-wet, not saturated where it's dripping juice, but just so it's kind of wet. And then you're just going to screw that right into the bottom of the tank and put this bottom ring back on. And then making sure it's closed where we can see the red through those juice windows, then we're going to open the top and fill it, put the top back on, and we can open it up so she's ready to vape. So that is how you set up the Box ETC 70 watt and the Panda V12 from Modvapa. So that's how you set up and use your Box ETC and your Panda V12 from Modvapa. If you guys want to see my review of these two products, just go ahead and click on this link. Otherwise, this has been Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. Have a great day, guys.